So yesterday had a really interesting, bizarre phone conversation. Who says that, phone conversation? I'm saying it so you understand I spoke to him on the phone as opposed to a Facebook message. But honestly, Christian, nobody says phone conversation. Anyways, I had a real interesting phone conversation with my friend Kit Sanderson, Editor-in-Chief and CEO of MDLatino, because yesterday he received a letter in the mail that basically bans him from covering Latin America. Basically, the lion's share of competitions, bodybuilding and fitness shows, the bread and butter of MDLatino, Muscular Development Latino, he can't cover now. So for a lot of folks out there to think that, this schism between, in my opinion, the real IFBB, the only IFBB that matters, which is led by Mr. Jim Mannion, and this offshoot renegade IFBB Elite Pro Series, whatever it's called, inspired by one Dr. Rafael Santoja, is going to get really messy. And people need to pick a side. We don't need any Switzerlands. Please, don't sit on the fence. Neutrality is overrated. Pick a side and be loyal to that side. Now, Kit obviously picked a side, and now he can't cover the region, essentially, that his magazine is there for. But, Kit is a very, very smart, intuitive, innovative individual. He's not going to let this massive bump in the road stop him or his publication. But it's interesting because, we look at what's happening with Kit. We look at, the massive obstacles that have been placed in front of the 2018 IFBB North American Championships, where now it's not even a question of getting a visa. Now you have to be a U.S. resident, becoming a resident is a very, very time-consuming, expensive, drawn-out process. To do all of that, to compete in a 3-day show, and you may not even have enough time in a year. Like, if you were to, start today, the paperwork and the whole rigmarole associated with residency so that you could compete in next year's IFBB North American Championships in Pittsburgh put on by Mr. Gary Udit, you might not be able to get the paperwork done in time. So it's basically a way to compromise the very international nature of that phenomenal IFBB Pro qualifier. So, guys, it's going to get really bad. And I would also look at Mexico and I would look at Puerto Rico, because I think those are going to be two focal points, two battlegrounds, if you will. So, and that's, again, why I have the NPC IFBB Support Club on Facebook and why I keep the numbers as small as I do. Yesterday, I had the rare privilege of having a great conversation with 10-time Miss Olympia Iris Kyle, who just joined the group. And it's fantastic. It's a nice, small community. It's great for networking, and it's definitely great for supporting the NPC and the IFBB. We have the greatest officials: Tim Gardner, Gary Udit, Jack Titone, Ed and Betty Pariso, and Titone. I mean, Jim Mannion. We've got the heavy hitters. We have Robin Chang. We have Arnold Schwarzenegger. We have the Arnold Classic. And most importantly of all, we have the Mr. Olympia.